Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show that has ever been produced in the history of mankind. Better than the Apollo moon landing. Better than any Oscar performance whatsoever.
Fuck the Oscars.
It is the NerdBacon.com Game of the Awards. Game of the Year Awards Spectacular!
Cheers, boys. We made it to the end of the 2017.
We did it. We did it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this little celebration of 2017, the greatest year in video gaming history.
And we say that with some we mean that in all seriousness. Like, it was an amazing year for video games, 2017.
I say that with all the powers of an old man behind me. I have gray chest hairs now, so I know a thing or two about video games. I know a thing or two about age.
I say that with all the power of Ric Flair.
Woo!
They all hit his 16-time world championships. So this year has been a Ric Flair type of year, hasn't it?
It has. And fellas, before we get into kind of the meat of the show, I guess I want to pose a question to my brethren here.
Oh!
As we get closer to the end of 2017 and begin 2018.
Questions already.
Yeah, obviously we have a lot to cover today, but as far as personally for you guys, what stood out to you, just in not even in a video game sense, but just personally what it meant for you in 2017, looking back in the past 12 months?
So the past 12 months, this has really been a big year, if not probably the biggest year for me in gaming. I mean, let's just start, right with the obvious. I obviously really started doing these podcasts and got asked to join.
Back.
Yep, that's me.
Coming over, just really I think everyone in the chat to the library has grown, and I still have time for only 30% of it. So in fluctuation of games, just the amount of getting and it's just seeming to bleed over to 2018, guys. So.
Thank you, Robo Justin.
Sorry, my internet's doing funky things. Actually, you guys continue the conversation. I'm going to check and make sure there's nothing like downloading on my cell phone or anything like that real quick.
Okay.
But how many games do you think that you two have bought in 2017? I know my number personally is obscene, but you guys talk about that. I'll be right back.
I'd hate to know how much money I spent on games this year. And it started from the get-go, like right away in January, February. It kind of started for me just buying games out of the gate. I mean, Yakuza 0 came out in January, and I never looked back. It was, Yakuza 0 in January, For Honor came out in February, I believe. Then March came the Switch and all that greatness. So it just from the get-go, Q1, and my wallet was screwed from the word go. My wallet was screwed.
I don't remember the exact first game that I bought this year. Or the first game I bought this year, like I said, it just escapes me. But the biggest thing that when I look back on the beginning of these things that sticks out to me is being the first person in North St. Louis when I lived down there to Nintendo Switch. I was number one in line, posted that, and getting to do my first real unboxing and hey, this is what I have. So
sure.
Thing that
well, I'm back.
A lot of. Hi, Dave.
Hi. Sorry. Yeah, they're having a little bit of trouble with what's going on here. Porn does that. All right, looks like we're getting back. We're on track. We're on track.
Back
now.
on green.
Yeah, we just went up to 12,000 kilobytes a second.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's why we're kind of just hanging out for a little bit before we start getting into the meat of the awards. Because
right. Personally, for me, my big highlight of 2017 was going to EVO. The fact that my first real big video game event and being able to have that sweet media badge that I was able to help with a little bit of help from this guy over here, and head to Vegas for the first time in my life. I mean, personally, I've never been to Vegas before.
Yeah.
And then going to the biggest fighting game tournament of the year and shaking hands and making connections like that. It's an experience that I'll never forget, and it's something where I don't want an Evo to pass me by where I'm not there again.
Right.
And then we go up from there, go into E3, go into PAX, stuff we can go do in the future. But it started this year for me with Evo.
I think Evo was definitely a highlight for me for this year. I got to say, the Switch launch was also a huge highlight. That was such an impact on just the way that I thought about games and how I wanted games to work for me. It's so great to be able to take your games everywhere now and have that same experience on the TV that you do anywhere else on the Nintendo Switch. So that was such a huge thing.
It's great to see Nintendo getting back in the thick of things. I mean, when the Wii U was kind of hanging out there, we kind of thought, oh crap, like what's the timer was running out for Nintendo to either make a move or go the way of Sega and start making games. I didn't want to play Mario on an Xbox. That would make me feel really weird.
Right.
So they were able to get it together and then put together an amazing console. What made people look back and go, wow, that may have defined a generation.
Yeah, and I think looking back, the biggest thing for me, I mentioned the Nintendo Switch, like I said, being the first person in line in North St. Louis to have my hands on a Nintendo Switch, having that ticket, being able to show you guys, like post that tickets. That's the kind of thing. That was a big thing. I was super jealous of you guys getting to go to Evo, and then you guys reigniting the fighting game community in my heart. Like it's gotten me now to the point where I just purchased Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm pre-ordering, Street Fighter, the arcade edition. Like I'm starting to get back into that.
Yeah.
That love of, and I just can't wait to get to that point of this year. And then all the E3 coverage that, I got to sit in on. And, this was the first year that I really got a setup. So it's the first year I got to really do any live streaming. It's the first year that I was able to get to do any podcasts, really legitimate stuff, not just from an iPad or whatever. So this is a big turning point in my life for gaming, big time.
By the way, the Nerd Bacon crew in chat is saying that you two are the biggest thing that happened to Nerd Bacon this year, and I definitely second that. You guys are just awesome, and it's awesome to have people in my area as well that can.
Hey, Nerd Barry, I'll send you your check in the mail. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
And like we said, we greatly appreciate that. I know I said that in chat at the very beginning, but now that the stream is actually like functioning a little better and we're up and running, I echo Jeff.
Don't jinx it.
Shut up.
We greatly appreciate that, and I just want to, every time we have an event, whether it be Jeff and I filling in to do PSX or all three of us doing something or multiple of us doing whatever, I just want to extend my sincerest gratitude because I know that I enjoy what I do. I just wish I could be closer to to you guys, especially to be able to do more in person, but just know that we're here to have your guys' backs and do what we can. So
by God,
we definitely
make it
appreciate
work.
You may not have moved into Des Moines, but you've moved into our hearts.
Oh.
All right. Gentlemen, we've got awards.
Yes, we do.
To give away
yes, we do. We have
to
cards
various
here.
games to honor the year of
This isn't an award show.
2017.
No,
That's
this isn't
right.
an award show. What?
Let's get on to our first award of the evening. This is the award for the best multiplayer game.
And before, real quick, real housekeeping. Once we're done with this, over on the YouTube channel, we're going to have a video of the three of us talking after a podcast this past week. The three of us and our deliberations and us talking about and giving our arguments for which games should win. So even though we're giving these awards out, check out the YouTube channel for our fights about which games we championed in each of these categories.
That's right. It's going to be quite fascinating.
You guys, you can tune in and see when these two gang up on me or when I just say, F you guys, I'm going to just go for it.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
By the way, Doc Croc, woo! I do it every time for you.
All right.
Let's go.
So, best multiplayer game. The nominees were, and I wish I had videos for all these. That's my failing for this year. Next year, though, I'm going to have videos for every one of these guys. Anyway.
Next year, TwitchCon. No.
Next year's TwitchCon. All right. So the nominees for best multiplayer game: Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, Fortnite, Destiny 2, For Honor. So there you have it. The nominees for best multiplayer game. Does anybody, real quick in the chat, does anybody have a guess as far as who is going to win best multiplayer game?
Or what you think should win from that group.
Go ahead and put every award. Let's go ahead and do it a little different. Everybody that has a guess, when we announce the nominees, put your guess of who's going to win in the chat.
That's right. Put everything in the chat.
Yes.
Put your hearts and soul into the chat. All right. Jeff,
put your mom
hold
in the
up
chat.
the envelope. We actually do have envelopes today.
It says thank you.
Yes,
on
we
it.
do.
They are thank you cards.
That's how professional we are.
That's right. Semi-professional. All right. Jeff,
Hi.
who was the winner for best multiplayer game of 2017?
And the winner is Player Unknown's Battleground.
Whoa!
Hercules.
So I think we all agreed that no other game really impacted the multiplayer scene as much as Player Unknown Battlegrounds. Even though, and this is kind of a tough one because it's not technically a finished game.
Right.
Sure.
But still, it's a game that overtook everything else as far as games that were streamed on Twitch. Like 1 million concurrent streamers at the same time. It was a phenomenon this year, and I think a lot of our hearts went with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah.
But, well, definitely Justin's.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it did.
But yeah, but Player Unknown Battlegrounds, even in its unfinished state, has had such an impact that we could not ignore it.
Right. The weight of this was mainly based on an impact on the gaming world and the fact that you cannot go to, if you check out 5 streams on Twitch, 3 or 4 of them are carrying Battlegrounds.
Once again,
Welcome back to all.
yes, welcome back.
Welcome back.
That's just part of the fun of the NerdBacon.com Game of the Year Awards Spectacular. Yes. All right.
So yes, in case you was a little choppy, Player Unknown's Battlegrounds won the best multiplayer game of 2017 for NerdBacon.com.
Sorry about that. Thanks for hanging out with us just for a moment while I kicked my router. Anyway.
Yeah, so Player Unknowns, like we said, wins best multiplayer. There's not much else we can say about that we hadn't already said, and it probably got choppy, but long story short, broke records on Steam, one of the highest streamed games, comes out to Xbox, has a rocky launch, but still there's like over 1 million players already. Like, it's crazy. Right. So, you know what? Well deserving of the award.
Yes. Because we gave it to it.
All right, let's move on to our next award now. This is the award. What is this? This is the How Did This Happen award. This is the award for the game or announcement that makes us as gamers say, how did this happen?
Yeah.
So, yes, we are back. Sorry about this. So, the nominees are the return of Bubsy the Bobcats, Night Trap 25th Anniversary Edition, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arrive in Injustice 2, Noctis from Final Fantasy 15 arrives in Tekken 7, original Xbox backwards compatibility on Xbox One. How did they fit Skyrim, Doom, and Wolfenstein 2 on the Nintendo Switch? All right.
There.
Worthy nominees. Some of those were good. How did this happen? Some of them were like, oh my god, how did this happen? But anyway.
Right.
Right. There's a lot of well-deserved nominees in there.
Sure.
That's right. Super Lucky's Tale. Man, I should have nominated that for just... Anyway, Jeff, Who is the award recipient for the How Did This Happen award?
Thank you is... Oh, sorry.
What?
The winner is Bubsy.
Bubsy! You
Ba-da-dum,
finally won,
ba-da-dum,
Bubsy! Yes! Bubsy! God
Way to
bless
go,
you.
Bubsy.
How in the hell does Bubsy get a new game in 2017?
Yeah, that makes zero sense. I
No
mean,
sense. No one asked
being
for
someone,
it.
well, right, and being someone who did play Bubsy back on the Super Nintendo, you know, when I was a kid, I still wasn't clamoring for a new Bubsy award, a new Bubsy game. So
Those
the
games
fact that
weren't
it got
very good either.
no, and the thing is, in a year,
God dang it.
in this year, we have a new Mario, a new Zelda.
Get him off.
Nice, Bubsy! Yeah,
Bubsy! You did it, Bubsy! You won all of the internet, Bubsy!
in a year that we get a new Mario, a new Zelda, a bringing back Crash Bandicoot, like a new Sonic game, Mega Man being announced. We have Bubsy.
Oh, Bubsy is not, but what? Yeah,
I don't know what Dave's doing right now.
oh, you'll see in about 30 seconds. Bubsy was not like well beloved or anything. So
Yes,
why,
I see it.
So why in the shit is Bubsy back in 2017? Oh,
Because
so
we
again,
have the
good.
technology to build him better,
Where's my Toe Jam?
faster,
Where's my Toe Jam and Arrow game?
stronger.
Where's my Comic Zone game?
Bubsy! Ah!
We might as well admit now, when the preliminary award nominations went out, Dave had Bubsy nominated for 90%
Pretty much.
of our awards, if not almost 99%.
Including Game of the Year.
Oh man, Bubsy was nominated for Best Husbando.
This is why we drink, folks.
Bubsy was nominated for Game of the Year at one point.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. The Living in the Future Award. This is the award for the most anticipated game of 2018. Now, keep in mind that these nominees were decided upon like late November, early December. So some games that should be on there, like Bayonetta 3, which should be winning every award next year.
Mega Man 11. Thank
Yes,
you.
Mega Man 11.
Mega Man, guys.
Yes. Anyway, so the nominees for the Living in the Future Award for the most anticipated game of 2018. Jeff, do you want to read these off?
Sure.
Read them off. Read them off.
All right,
Also,
go ahead.
we don't know for sure if these games will all come out next year. Like, there's a possibility of some of these won't come out until 2019.
As of right now, they're all scheduled for next year.
I will maybe make a slight sound at one of them.
Okay, here we go.
We know.
I'll go slow then. The nominees are Red Dead Redemption 2. And then that's it. Kingdom Hearts 3.
La, 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 la.
That's why I'm doing the nominations. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I love that we did that at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Marvel's Spider-Man. From Insomnia.
Excuse me.
Don't die.
I got 2019 in my throat.
You want to get that out of there. God of War.
I have no idea what's
I don't know
going
what
on.
that sound that was. It's not Kratos. Metroid Prime 4. That's Dave's adult film soundtrack. And Monster Hunter World. Coming out the same day as Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
That's right.
Yes, it is. That
right.
one is confirmed.
Dave,
All
what
right.
is the game that we are most looking forward to in 2018?
Oh boy.
And the winner is...
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the most anticipated game of 2018 is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh my god. you guys.
Woo!
Look, I've said this before.
Dave did cry for pride.
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Look, Red Dead 1 is one of my favorite games of all time, period.
Yes.
You know. And showing what they can do with games like with GTA 5, showing how they can handle these newer consoles, the PC, and make things even bigger and better. My god, Red Dead 2 is going to be amazing.
I'm so excited. This was actually a unanimous decision. We spent like 2 seconds maybe just reading off the nominees, and it was like Red Dead, Red Dead, Red Dead. So
Yeah, it was the argument was simple. It was, so these are the nominees, and I was like, Red Dead. It shut down the effing internet for like half a day.
yeah.
So and I just want to say something. Dave did tear up for Metroid Prime 4. I had put that as an early like E3 like kind of out there prediction that I thought that was going to be a game announced. But this game, Red Dead Redemption 2, just it's going to sell so well. We know unless there's some sort of weird like gaming shutdown that it's going to come next year.
Right.
But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be next fall's giant mammoth of a game. So
Yep. And
well
yes, it is
deserved
going to
for
be.
the hype.
They're saying spring, but it is going to be fall. There's no way.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
We would have heard, I think, by now.
Oh, for sure.
Let's move on. Do you remember who won this next award? Why did I buy this game, Justin? Because I need you to be able to read some awards off. I don't want to exclude you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I think so, but if there's any way that you can send me the chat in like Google, I don't know if you can send it to me.
Yeah.
If you can,
I'll just send it to you via Facebook Messenger. Or
Oh, yeah.
One of us will.
There you go.
send it
There
Send
you
it
go. Done.
via I can read off the award for that one.
All right, that sounds good. Cool. All right, so this is the Why Did I Buy This Game award for the game we were most hyped to buy, but we wound up not playing it as much as we thought we were going to. So
And not to say these aren't all bad
that's right.
games.
These are all really good games, and we were really excited for them, and they turned out pretty good, but we just...
I wouldn't say that all of them did. I wouldn't say that. I would 3/5 of these. I would not say that. No.
All right, so the nominees are Neo, ARMS, Mass Effect Andromeda, Fable Fortune, and Agents of Mayhem.
All right. We've heard the nominees and the award.
No Man's Sky was last year, Doc Croc.
Yes, that's true. The Disaster Artist JRPG is coming out in 2020.
Whew.
Anyway, the nominees were read, and the winner goes to ARMS.
Right.
As Dave does his nice little jingle. ARMS for the Nintendo Switch.
Right. Again, it's not a bad game. I'll say from my experience, I bought it the day it came out.
Yep.
I played it for like a day or so, a single player campaign, some online stuff, and then I stopped. I just fell off the map. I was like, I'm kind of done with this. I was very hyped for it, and it's still a fun game with friends, but single player setting.
Right. It is a really cool game, Luigi.
Yeah,
it is really cool.
Let's put a little context, because we talked about this during the nomination process or the award process, like the context behind this award. Because it's not saying that it's not a fun game or it's not a good game. But it was the game that, like, okay, you either bought it and it kind of sat on the shelf, or you bought it and played it for a little bit, and then you look back a couple months later and like, why the F did I buy that game?
Exactly.
I'm not playing it. It's not saying that we didn't like it. Shoot, I played it for the first time with Jeff and Dave during the extra live stream that Jeff did, and I had an effing blast. Like, I thought it was an awesome, like, few matches that we had. I thought it was great. I would love to have played it
fun
more.
with friends for sure. It's a blast.
Yeah.
They're talking about No Man's Sky just a little bit in the chat. You know, I haven't played it since they brought out all those new updates and everything, so it's probably a radically different game than the game that I played the first 2 days that it came out and haven't touched since.
Oh god, I put like
Right.
12 hours into that the first game because I had the day off of work. So I put 12 hours into that first day, and then
Yeah.
I think I've seen all I need to see in this.
Yeah, yeah. What a
Yeah.
disappointment. And then I heard about what the ending was and was like, nope, nope. To hell with you.
Had we had the inaugural Nerd Bacon Awards last year, then we might have given that.
It also might have won this next award that's coming up, and that is
let's crap on some games, shall we?
what?
the biggest disappointment of the year.
Yeah, that'd be negative.
Bum, bum, bum.
Justin, why don't do you have the nominees up for this one?
You know what? I might have that one.
All right. If you've got that one, you read it off, and then I'll play some sad violin music in the background.
I may not, because I did switch phones, so I'm like,
butts.
yeah, I got an upgraded phone, so I
butts.
may not have it.
Well, you pull that up. I'll let you read the next category off. Jeff, would you do the honors of reading the biggest disappointments of the year?
Typecasting much? All right, biggest disappointments of 2017. Is that sad or Arabic? Need for Speed Payback. Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh.
Gran Turismo Sport. Friday the 13th, the video game. And just because Dave did this, Super Lucky's Tale.
No! His name will not be mentioned! His name will not be mentioned! I hate that squirrel!
Calm down, Boris. The E3 announcement that should have been a new Conquer.
All right. The biggest disappointment of 2017. I don't even know what that is. The biggest disappointment for 2017 is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Tier.
Bum, bum, bum.
Look, from the standpoint that within a few months after the game was released, the deluxe edition ended up on EA Access for free.
Yeah, so I tried to do my best losing sounds from The Price is Right, but it didn't really work very well. So anyway, Jeff's right. I mean, this was a category that we each had kind of games that we were kind of vying for, but we all kind of came to the agreement that when a game should have been better. Now, granted, after updates, I know it got a little bit better to play. Should have been better. In all rights, it had no business being this bad. But you know what? In the end, it's on EA Access now if you want to play it for
Why is
free.
Bubsy on my screen?
We're talking about disappointments.
Oh, God. I had no expectations for that. I can't be disappointed by that.
I was glad that I didn't get into the Mass Effect Andromeda hype. I was
No,
really
me
hopeful
neither.
for the game, but man, oh man, it's
It's the name Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2 is one of the best sci-fi RPGs, if not one of the best games ever. Like, Mass Effect 2 is so goddamn good. And that whole trilogy, overall, there were obviously some misses, but overall I thought it was a great hit.
Right.
A good space opera that I desperately needed from BioWare. So you put that name, much like Star Wars, you put that name on anything, it will sell, and you have expectations. And Andromeda just failed at every single one of them.
Right. And like we said, it just boiled down to the fact that when a game is supposed to be good, and I was like Dave, I didn't bite on any of it, you know, and granted, I never really got too big into the other Mass Effects, and that was just a choice, but I didn't bite on it, and I'm just glad I didn't, because I was actually considering jumping in on this one, because it was supposed to be
Well,
something.
now you can,
you know?
for free.
Yeah, and I have EA Access, so looks like I'm going to jump in at some point.
There you go.
Senior Conqueso says, like the garbage fire of Star Wars 8. Thank you so much. I don't want to say anything as far about Star Wars Episode 8 because I don't want to spoil it for
I
anything.
have to
but
go see it still, okay?
yes, go see it. It's
guys.
terrible,
Okay,
but go
fine.
see it. I'm not saying
hey.
I'm saying go see it, but it's not good. Senior Conqueso is right.
Uh,
Don't you say...
it would,
Don't
hey,
you put that evil on me, Nerdberry!
halftime recap on the awards list so far.
Oh, thank
So,
you. Yes.
Yeah.
Are they turning me into the brunette chick? Is that what I am? That's what
Halftime.
I
We got, like,
was requested.
We're not at halftime, but we have...
We have 55 awards left to go.
Yes.
Next year,
55.
guys. Yeah, next year, guys, we're gonna have so many awards.
Say we're going to
Yeah.
next year anyway, so...
Woo!
So yeah, do a quick
All right, let's do a
here.
recap. Let's do a recap.
Just best multiplayer game went to PUBG. The How Did This Happen award went to Bubsy. The Living in the Future award for most anticipated name went to Red Dead Redemption 2. The Why Did I Buy This Game award, not necessarily saying it's a bad game, but it went to ARMS. And the biggest disappointment game of the year went to Mass Infect Andromeda.
Mass
Mass
infect.
infection.
I
Yes.
like
Mass-
that, guys.
Infect.
Bubsy is now. He's gonna co-host with us.
PUBG Bubsy.
All right,
We're gonna lose viewers.
we're not gonna lose viewers because
not.
what's
We're gonna
coming
gain.
up next?
Oh boy. Yeah, get ready.
This
Okay.
Get
this
ready for
is
this,
the
folks.
one. This is the one we've all been waiting for.
And I get to read this one?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on
All
just
right.
a second, though. Hang on
I
just
do
a
have
second.
the list.
Because Guess what, Justin?
What, Dave?
I made a video for the best waifu of the year.
Ah, you did it! Nice. Okay.
All right.
How long did this take you?
into this.
Before you see it, how long did this take you?
Way too long.
Okay.
This was my afternoon.
Okay.
Because I love you. Doc's got a Chubsy or Bubsy.
I'm really hoping for some big surprises going
Is that
forward.
the new Nerd Bacon tagline? We got a Chubsy for Bubsy?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Fine.
All right.
Before we go to the video, just for Doc Crux, I said I would. Woo!
Oh, there you go. There you go. 1 second here. I just need to find
I don't like what
something.
you're Googling right now. Okay.
Yeah. This is for the next one.
Okay.
I don't like what I'm Googling right now.
I don't like what you're doing right now.
What is your Google? Oh.
Save search off.
Why is your Google hanging out?
He did turn save search off.
your Google away.
What's that?
Stuart, put your Google away. Why
is your Google hanging
out, Stuart?
Best
do it.
waifu of the year. Justin, do you want to? Actually, let's go ahead and go. Hang on, just a
Wanna do
second.
the video
Come on,
first?
come on.
Let's go to the video if you got it. If you
Dave's
got
breaking
it.
shit over here.
I'm breaking everything. All right, I'm gonna turn my mic off. We're gonna go to the waifu video.
right,
This will be
I'll
just
turn mine
like
off.
this is a nice little intro to waifu.
All right.
Oh my goodness, there it is, folks. The
What in the hell?
what?
I'm proud of you, but what in the hell?
Let's all
I
give,
just
let's all
wanted
give
to
thanks
up
Dave.
the ante of ridiculousness.
It's working. And our musical guest will also up the ante a little bit here.
Nerd Bacon banned on Twitch 2017.
There's no nudity.
Luigi said someone's getting naked.
There was.
Doc Rock says that was beautiful. All right, folks. Let's
right.
be real here. This is the you're reading
real.
the winner for this one, right, Justin?
Yeah, the
Okay.
So you guys got to see the nominations. I'll just read them again just to verify. We have
You gotta clarify here, would you?
2B from Nier, and however you want to say the last part. We've said it probably about 17 different ways.
I think it's Automata.
Automata,
Yeah.
Automata, whatever the hell it is. Cat from Gravity Rush 2, Zelda from Breath of the Wild, Twintel from ARMS,
Ooh.
and we added a little word, but Sexy Shelob from, or Shelob, however you want to pronounce that one as well, from Middle Earth Shadow of War. And the winner is...
There it is.
You go ahead, Justin.
All right, I didn't know if I was reading the winner.
Yes, read the winner.
I mean, you
The
should.
winner is 2B.
Oh
Nier.
yeah.
As you put
Automata.
Mario on the screen.
I'm
Why?
putting. Sorry, I didn't think that would go on the screen yet. 2B is our winner for best waifu of the year. This one was probably.
Oddly enough.
Oddly enough, this one was a hotly contested category.
Yes.
Yeah, mainly Jeff didn't want to have this discussion,
I was like, what?
and Justin and I were kind of in a chess
just-
match of feeling out each other, like how far do we want to go in discussing our typical perversions, and
Yeah,
then we both differed on who we thought was
Yep.
the best virtual woman of 2017.
Didn't we all three have different answers for this one? And then
We did.
Yeah.
We did, which you'll get to see.
Yes, once that
so
video is uploaded to
You get to
YouTube.
see how uncomfortable this whole thing was.
Yeah.
I was actually going to suggest something for showing that video because I know you can like broadcast a video if like, maybe doing that like on one of the next couple Tuesdays if like we are busy like after Christmas or something. So
Right.
yeah, it's something we can talk about. But this was a very interesting award to discuss because none of us really wanted to discuss it. And then when Dave,
I wanted to.
Dave
I'm
wanted to.
fine with it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
okay,
fine. I will.
and-
Yeah.
I had no problem with it. Jeff got a little uncomfortable, but once we really got into this discussion, it was just simply who was going to give in at this point
Oh,
because
the next one got way worse for me.
Really? Really?
Yeah, way more uncomfortable for me.
Oh, my
long
goodness.
story short, 2B wins. Dave
I made a
wins that
compelling
argument.
case.
Hey,
yeah.
the case was
Just-
this guy.
Justin.
Variant asked if Shelob or whatever it is was the spider. Yes, and in
Yes.
this version, she was a very sexy woman as well in her human form.
That was
may
from-
not have been the accurate version from the actual story, but
That was
I
from
digress.
Middle Earth: Shadow of War, another EA pride and joy from
I
2017.
keep forgetting that.
EA made so many good moves this year.
EA became the Nickelback of the gaming industry.
All right.
Became cool to hate.
I
All
have
right.
to apologize about this next category because I did not follow through with the credo of equality. I did not make a video for
Thank God.
this one.
Thank God.
Next year, though, believe
right.
me, there will be videos galore. There will be so many videos that this award show will last 10 hours. I promise you. This is
This is why I drink.
the best husbando of the year.
bum bum bum.
The nominees are Underwear Link from Legend of Zelda Breath of the
yeah.
Wild. Now, this isn't Link in any other part of the game but the beginning when he's just running around in his underwear. It's very, very specific.
Yeah, it's just Underwear Link.
Underwear Link. Joker from Persona 5. Everyone wants a guy who wears couch pants so the girls can sit on him.
I'm gonna wear my couch pants today.
Go on.
Zeku from Street Fighter 5. He may be old, but he knows how to party. Just like this guy.
Oh, I hope I'm that cool when I'm that old.
Just keep hanging out with me, young Padawan. Nipple Mario from Super Mario Odyssey.
Woohoo!
He finally, maybe in the sequel we'll get to see that cannoli hang out.
Holy cannoli!
And
Power band.
finally, Jeff Dewis from NerdBacon.com.
Oh boy. This is why I'm glad there's no video.
It's too bad. It was going to be epic.
I'm sure it was.
Jeff, do you want to read your name off?
Please
All
give me
right.
this thing.
The winner for Best Husbando of 2017 is...
Thank the Lord, Nipple Mario.
What? Who would have guessed?
What?
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed Nipple Mario? How'd you know?
Oh my goodness. Guys, how...
Right on Justin's face. Good job, by the way.
Yeah. Nipple Mario is covering my face.
Yeah.
Just
Doc Croc
based,
is right. It's getting hot in here as Nipple Mario covers my face.
You know it.
based on just the uproar that came when this picture came out, just the fervor on the internetverse about this very picture right here.
Mario just unveiled a side of himself that, he kind of kept hidden. He just kept that for Princess Peach, and now we know why she's so insistent upon him saving her all the time. She's addicted to those chest pepperonis, man.
Also,
That's a rock solid chest.
we assume he waxes now.
Well, and that's what I was just gonna say. Maybe that's why she keeps getting herself kidnapped, because Mario just doesn't have the goods. I mean, he's a very hairless Italian man, and we went through these nominations, and
Waluigi is uncircumcised.
Now
after hours. So,
Justin, are we
long
glad
story
to be a part of this community now?
Yeah.
Oh,
we went through the nominees, as you'll see, and we kind of talked about it, and Link in the Legend of Zelda, the Underwear Link, was talked about especially by some female streamers, and when it came down to it,
much like
Nipple
was.
Mario.
I mean, have you seen female streamers talk about me all
Exactly.
the time? God, I'm a popular streamer now.
Yes.
Luigi, by the way, Jeff says, "Don't worry, there's always next year," and I'm committed to making sure Jeff is nominated as Best Husbando each and every year.
And I'll make sure I never win.
No, you will win. All right.
One of these years, you're like the Chicago Cubs. One of these years, you will win.
Boy. Someday I'll go all the way.
Hey, someday I'll go all the way.
I was listening to that today. It was pretty good. It's
Oh,
a
nice.
damn good song.
Nice. It doesn't have the impact now that they've gone all the way.
I still cry.
Oh, I cried a lot
Well,
too
and-
before they won.
So talking about this when we talked about like
Still want to talk
Nipple
about
Mario and just the impact it had. Just think about they were even talking
Stop
about
it.
Mario even being a human, or whether he was a human or not. So the fact that he came out, showed some nips.
Of course he's human.
You know,
Well, it
it's
isn't
like,
the same size. He's a midget.
It's like my mom always said, Dave, it's all about hips and nips. You got to make it sexy.
Yep. And he
Best
showed those
amiibo
nips,
of
all
the
right.
year.
You want to talk about the best amiibo of the year?
I want to, for the love of God, move on.
Let's see. Ron Jeremy did play Mario in Super Hornio Brothers.
Wahoo.
That's perfect casting, by the way. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
And it was still with John Leguizamo in it. Weird.
All right, Justin, tell us who the best amiibo nominees are for 2017.
All right. The best amiibo of the year nominees are Bayonetta,
Oh yeah.
Cloud,
Ooh.
Princess Zelda from the Breath of the Wild.
No.
No. What are you?
What are you reading?
That's the list I've got.
No, that's not the list that's
Go to the
posted.
website.
Jeff, read us the best amiibo nominations of
That's
the
the
year.
one I've got.
Well, you're wrong, because Best Amiibo of the Year, one of them, Wedding Mario from Super Mario Odyssey, Bayonetta from, you're right there, Cloud, which you actually have right back there,
Yep.
Cloud from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U,
And both Bayonettas.
The Guardian from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Metroid from Metroid Samus Returns.
All right.
Whew.
I know who wins it. So
All right. Do you want to announce who wins it?
Sure. And the award for Best Amiibo of the Year goes to Wedding Mario.
It's me, Mario.
Show it off
I
there,
actually-
Justin.
Yeah, let me grab it. I didn't have it
Why
right
are you not
behind me.
prepared? Why are you not professional?
So
Why am I not
we,
prepared?
we actually, this was another category that was actually weirdly hotly contested. I was adamant. Was I adamant? I don't even remember anymore.
There it is.
We all picked something different.
Yeah.
There he is. But we came to the consensus.
Look how clean that is.
That is so clean.
Mario in a suit. There's so much gaming history right in that statue. I think I went with Cloud because of the FF7, like one of the best games ever made, argument. But look at Mario, guys. God, and it's
Yeah.
clean,
It's-
fresh and clean.
It's
Fresh
a super clean
and
amiibo.
clean indeed. No, it was a really cool, and that whole set is so awesome. I've done my best to stay away from the whole amiibo craze until this year, and I had to get both Bayonettas. I had to get Cloud, but when I was pre-ordering my copy of Mario Odyssey, Lauren and I both looked at those amiibos and we're like, we gotta have them. It's just, that was the perfect set of amiibos.
That's where it starts.
Right. And even now, I've got them displayed in my living room, and Lauren and I will just look at them and be like, those are so cute.
Yeah.
Look, and people want to crap on the whole amiibo craze, but I really enjoy amiibo. Just the fact that I have little statues of some of the best characters in gaming.
Right.
And in-game functionality be damned. Like, it's just cool to, like, I imported Captain Falcon from Europe, and it's just sitting there. And I have Little Mac, and he's just sitting there. Like, it's cool to have these icons of gaming just in little figure form on my desk.
Let's talk about another hotly contested category, and that's the most surprising game of the year.
Blood was shed here.
Blood was shed here.
Yeah.
Most surprising game of the year nominees were Nier Automata, Cooked, Served, and Delicious, Mario Cross Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Golf Story, and Metroid Samus Returns.
No.
All these games surprise in one way or the other.
That's right. But after much deliberation, we decided upon the winner being Nier Automata.
Yep.
So
And look at Justin going,
this was a category in which Justin lost.
begrudgingly.
I put up a damn good fight,
Yes,
damn it.
you did. And you are totally right in many, many cases.
They're saying I cried over Samus Returns.
You cried over Samus Returns.
I did, yes.
Dave should have gotten an award for crying this year, man.
I should. I'm going to do my best. Okay, next year, if a new Chrono Trigger gets announced, you will see me legitimate shed tears. I almost did for Bayonetta 3.
Sure.
I had to leave the room for Bayonetta 3.
I mean, look, so Justin really championed Mario Cross Rabbids. And
Right.
For a very good reason. Like, this game was very well regarded. We never thought we'd see these two franchises cross and be better than, let's say, XCOM, who basically made that series, made that genre what it is.
I just won the biggest crybaby award in for
2017.
Nerdberry. Yeah.
But Nier Automata, the fact that, bearing the Nier name from a game that really was kind of really under the radars, and it wasn't groundbreaking, it wasn't great, period. And all of a sudden, we're going to change directions, make it a RPG, but a bullet hell shooter.
Yes.
And it's just layers and layers and layers upon this title that you really would not expect this from, and have it actually work. And that's the key thing, is that all these layers, this game still is amazing.
Luke was talking about, we got Luke in chat here, and he was talking about Star Wars Battlefront should have been nominated. This was more of a category for positive surprises of the year. And Nier was definitely a positive surprise, considering really how bad the original title was in that series.
It's not terrible, but
it really
talk about all these years
it's
later.
not a game that you would have expected to get a sequel, especially considering Square Enix is such a big publisher that they're going to pump money into it and get Yoko Taro back to do the game and get Platinum to help out with the combat. So that's a lot of resources poured in, and it really, not only was it a great game, it did really well for Squaresoft. So it was a huge win for them.
Yep.
Mario Cross Rabbids was really cool. It was one that the surprise was a little bit ruined on that because of rumors that had went around.
Sure. And I put Cook Star Delicious 2 on there just because I'm glad the game came out. I was surprised that game exists, and I love that game to death, and I'm going to play it later on this year.
All right. We're going to move right along to the next category, and then we're going to take a break in a little bit. We also have our musical guest coming up here pretty soon. I'll have to check on that. The next one, the next category here is Best Fighting Game of the Year.
Yes.
Yep.
Who wants to read these ones off?
I got it.
You got it?
I got it. So, Best Fighting Game of the Year 2017. Nominees are Tekken 7, Injustice 2, Guilty Gear Xrd 2. Well, Guilty Gear Xrd and then Rev 2. ARMS.
Woo!
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Hadouken!
And Nidhogg 2.
Who wants to read this one off? You
I
got it.
also
You got,
got
it. You
this.
got it.
The winner.
Street Fighter V was last year, Doc Croc.
Arcade Edition is coming out next year.
That's right.
Best fighting game of 2017 is Tekken 7.
The King of Iron Fist Tournament.
God damn. Okay, so people who follow the podcast knew that I was hyped for Injustice 2.
Yep.
I'm a Mortal Kombat NetherRealm guy.
Right.
And I thoroughly love Injustice 2.
Yep.
But Tekken 7 I can still go back to and play online and still have a great time with. And it's just and Geese, as you just recently found out.
Oh my God, Geese is
a blast.
so good, and I cannot.
There's Geese
wait.
in there.
Yes.
Yeah, Geese Howard.
Geese.
Geese.
Hong Kong.
And Noctis coming very soon, and there's more support for that game, and there's enough crazy shit in there that makes you want to keep coming back to it. So, while Injustice 2 is a better single player component to it, Tekken 7 I think is the better fighting game.
Right, I think the engine behind Tekken 7 is far superior to Injustice. I love the atmosphere and the single player mechanics and everything that NetherRealm Studios creates for their fighting games, but their engine itself, I just can't get into it. And
It needs an upgrade now.
yeah, there needs to be something.
And the game's great. Injustice 2 is great. I love it.
Right,
But goddamn Tekken 7. So good.
And they tried obviously with Injustice 2, they tried to change things with the gear and doing some new stuff with that, but it just got to be tedious. And again, tune into or watch the show when we deliberate this, because this was a 2 against 1 category again. So just want to say I was I'm not salty on this one. I'm not,
yes, you are. You are.
I was
so
salty on the last one.
I
That's
don't
why
want to bring it up. I
word.
want to bring it up again.
I was salty with Mario plus Rabbids.
And I had more fun. We were at Evo. I had more fun watching people play Tekken 7 than I had watching Injustice. And it's great to watch. It's great to play. The music, the visuals, the fighting engine still fantastic. The customization gets out of hand, and I fucking love that. But yeah, Tekken 7 is great. And Tekken Bowl is in for DLC. Go bowling.
Just an update from the chat. We are having a demand for Lauren.
Uh-oh. I know Lauren is in the other room playing Horizon Zero Dawn right now, so we'll see if we can get her in here.
Speaking of Horizon Zero Dawn, segue. Next award.
Next category.
All right,
Best-
the salt's gone now. The salt's gone.
Best visuals of the year.
You can see with your eyes.
Yes.
In
All
my
right.
eyes. Put it in or around my eyes.
Just keep doing that while we read off the categories.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Just in or around my eyes.
Don't
Go.
blink at all.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
I'm not blinking.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Still haven't blinked.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the
You may
Wild.
want to blink. Hang on. You may
Not
wanna-
gonna do it.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
I'm not gonna do it.
Cuphead.
come
Tekken
on.
7.
Oh fuck! I blinked.
Oh, you lost. You do not win the award for best visuals. And finally, Forza Motorsport 7.
Go ahead. Go ahead, David.
This show is so classic. Oh, I'm doing this one? All right.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Let me get my tie ready for
The
this.
best beard. We'll read the best visuals of the year.
Oh,
I have best. I can see best.
This show pushes the human limits. That's the best
you
comment
just
I've
wait.
ever seen.
There you go.
Just wait. Our musical guest is coming.
Oh god, we're gonna lose a minute viewers.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh.
Best visuals of 2017 go to Cuphead.
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 And look, I can say that with definitiveness now because I actually bought it yesterday. I started playing it. God damn that game! Stop with the Bubsy. God damn, the Cuphead looks fantastic. They went for an art style. They freaking nailed it from the second you hit play.
Yep.
This is really awkward now, but it works really really well.
Yeah, everything Jeff just said is absolutely true. This wasn't just like the best technical visuals, but also kind of a mixture of the most unique art design as well, and that's why games like Legend of Zelda were put into this category. So yeah, Cuphead, everything that they set out to accomplish, they achieved in a spectacular fashion with Cuphead. It's the most unique looking game of 2017. The heart that went into this game from the developers at that studio. They mortgaged their houses. They put up, everything that they had to make this game because they had this unique vision of recreating a specific era of an animation style.
Yeah.
And what the achievement that they came up with was just phenomenal. So
And something like that you have to go all in on, because if you even remotely half-ass it, people will see it right through it and then not care. But
Right.
they every bit of that game screams old school cartoons, and it's just it's lovely to see. But a lot of these games too. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, Guerrilla's engine is fantastic. We saw that with Death Stranding. Star Wars Battlefront 2, that Frostbite engine is gorgeous, and you put enough power behind that, and that game looks tremendous. But there's nothing else like Cuphead out there.
So I don't want to go into my Cuphead hard-on quite yet, but
yeah,
Not on screen anyway. Then
but
we will get banned.
I'll save that. But just know that this is a game that, like Jeff said, he just purchased,
And raged.
and all he had to do was game share. We would have gotten it for free.
Just got-
Anyway, so I bought this on launch day, and
I'll give share.
and I supported this game from the get-go, and I was really into this from day one. And I did beat it. I played it on stream. I still have 3 achievements because I haven't really gotten to go back. But I mean, this is a game that just like Dave said, they mortgaged their damn houses. It was a team of 14 people that just put everything they had into this game. It took a while, but what we got, the finished product, was absolutely phenomenal. And if you haven't played it or haven't watched me play it or haven't seen anybody play it, just give it a try. I mean, there is a little bit of my playthrough out there, I believe, on my Twitch page. And it is frustrating. It's not, I don't think it's quite as hard as some people make it out to be. It's just you have to give it a little bit of time. But that art style really fits well with the type of game that it is. And no other game on this list looked like that game.
For sure.
All right. Do we want to do this next one, or do we want to take a break?
Intermission.
All right, folks. This is intermission time. We got a few more awards left.
One, two,
Hang out just
three,
for a second,
4,
because
6 more.
after this break is going to be our special musical guest. So you're not going to want to miss that. So we're going to take about a 5-minute break or so, come back with our musical guest, and then we'll be back for the next award, which will be Best Musical Score of 2017. So don't go anywhere. The Nerd Bacon Game of the Year Awards 2017 Spectacular will be back in just a moment. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome. We're Doc McGraw, and we're the Rubber Band Band. I want to play a few of our hits for you here tonight. The first one that we're going to play is called Mama Got Stabbed in a Bar. Mama, she done left the house, she done left me in the bed, and I might as well be dead. She went off to Smokey's bar. She got into a fight about a Charger car, and then that's when a man with a mustache took his knife out and stabbed her in the kidney. That's how I'm an orphan. Yeah, I'm an orphan, 'cause somebody stabbed my mama in a bar. I'm an orphan. I'm an orphan, 'cause somebody stabbed my mama in a bar. Let's hear from Clownface McGee. He's got his little pipes. He's gonna bang 'em nice for Bubsy. Woo! All right, let's hear the drum. Oh, that's Mario. Let's hear the drum solo. Clownface McGee. Let's hear that drum solo. Playing on the bass rubber band here, we got Clintock McClintock. Playing the bottle. Right behind me, we got the mysterious What's It? And I'm Doc McGraw. Thank you so much. We're really excited to be here tonight. That was Mama Got Stabbed in the Bar. Oh, let's finish the song. 'Cause my mama, she got stabbed in a bar, and she died on a peanut-covered floor. I didn't have enough money to bury my mama, so I dumped her in the junkyard in a town over. I wish I had something I could light on fire right now, but that's alright, that's alright. Alright, for this next song, this one's a little tribute to a guy we call Mario. And this one's called Bowser Stole My Girlfriend. Sitting on a beach, trying to soak up the rays. Got a girl by my side, everything is okay. Then I see an airship, and it blots out the sun. It's gonna put an end to our summer fun, oh yeah. Well, I got chased by a bullet bill. I had to run off and hide. I looked up from under a rock, and I saw Bowser had my bride, and it flew off in an airship, and I said, I'll get you, you turtle bitch. So I got on my own airship, and I scratched my 7-year itch, 'cause Bowser stole my girlfriend. Oh, Bowser stole my girlfriend. Bowser stole my girlfriend, and I'll get revenge. If I don't kill Bowser, then he's gonna do it again. Why can't Trump build a wall around the Mushroom Kingdom? Oh yeah. What?
No.
That's the best thing ever, right here. So I went through worlds 1 through 8, and it was pretty great. I went past the Hammer Brothers didn't give me trouble at all. I
whistle.
finally got to Bowser's castle, and I said, "Hey, what you do, Bowser?" He said, "I'm kind of lonely, but worse off, I am horny. That's why Bowser stole my girlfriend." You break a rubber band?
No.
That's why Bowser stole my girlfriend. So I picked that turtle up and I swing by the tail.
This is going south.
No, this is fine. This is fine. And that's how I got Peach's hand back. Ooh, yeah. Wow, 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 wow. We made sweet love on the beach. Wow, 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 wow. Making sweet love with my Peach.
TMI.
Ooh, yeah. Now, McClintock, I hear that you wanted to sing a special song out there.
I think you heard wrong.
No, you got a solo coming up. I know that. It's called "My Hot Rod Done Left Me." Let's give it up for McClintock, and this is his song that he wrote by himself. This is his solo. It's called, I'll play some backup here, but this is called "My Hot Rod Done Left Me." All right, you got this. You got this.
Oh, God. Of course I do. Thank you, people who are sticking around for this one. Me. My hot rod left me. I put it in the garage and now it's not there. It left me. I think somebody probably stole it. It makes the most sense. But my hot rod left me. Where could it have gone? Maybe I shouldn't have left it at my ex-wife's house. I'm still working on the rest of the lyrics, but it hurts!
That's all right. It's beautiful. You got to get out that pain. You got to get out that pain. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Doc McGraw. We got one more song that we're going to sing. It's called "What Did I Eat Last Night?" It's smelling like something awful.
Nope, we're gonna stop this now.
You're going to stop this now?
Stop this
What?
now.
All right. Folks, thank you so much for hanging out. We are the special musical act. We're very, very, very honored to be asked to join you all here by the NerdBacon Game of the Year Awards 2017 committee. We're going to take just a little break here, and then we're going to turn it back to those groovy cats. Dave the Watchman, Justin Dewis, Jeff Smith. We'll be back here with the rest of the 2017 NerdBacon Game of the Year Awards after this little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Ooh, yeah. Wow, was that amazing or what? Thank you so much, Doc McGraw and the Rubber Band for gracing us with your presence.
It
And
was so hard to get them on short notice.
it
too.
really is. It's like the only band that we have in our neck of the woods, and it was fantastic. If you're just joining us in chat, definitely watch the replay so you can check out our musical act, Doc McGraw and the Rubber Band. It was fantastic. Justin, what did you think? Was that amazing or what?
Well, guys, I thought that was as awesome as we could get for like you said, in our neck of the woods. Because man, we put some feelers out there, but
You put some feelers out there, and they might feel you back around here.
that was a band that might feel you back, but we try not to blow all of NerdBacon's budget on that band.
Right.
They almost broke the bank on us, but I think we came out okay.
We negotiated pretty well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
welcome back. This is NerdBacon.com's Game of the Year 2017 Award Spectacular.
It is spectacular.
I'm Dave the Watchman. This
Woo!
is Jeff, and
Hi.
that's Justin. I'm not gonna try and I messed up names.
Yeah, you did.
No, Doc McGraw did. It
Doc
wasn't
McGraw-
me.
Doc
Doc
McGraw
It
McGraw
wasn't
messed up
me.
names.
It was Doc
Yeah,
McGraw.
I had to set him straight.
Yeah.
All right. Luigi, you missed the Husbando Award, but just in case you needed a refresher, it was
Oh, there he is.
Nipple Mario.
Yeah. I know it was requested. If we wanted to, I can always go back in and do a quick refresh.
why not?
Why don't we, Justin?
All right, just going from the beginning, we have Best Multiplayer Game. That was given to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The How Did This Happen award for the gamer announcement that makes us gamers say, how did this happen? It was the return of Bubsy. I'm going to assume it's appearing on the screen very
Yeah,
quickly.
you're correct.
The Living in the Future award for the most anticipated game of 2018. That goes to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Correct.
The Why Did I Buy This Game award for the game we're most hoped to buy but wound up not really playing was ARMS. Biggest disappointment of the year. While it was not Doc Croc's hopes for a later award not given to her pick, it went to Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass
I did that on
Effect.
purpose.
Yes.
I did that on purpose.
Yes.
Okay, Mass Effect Andromeda. Best waifu or waifu, however you fucking
I think
pronounce
it's
that.
waifu. Yeah.
That went to 2B from Nier. And then we got the Best Husbando of the Year award. That went to Nipple Mario.
Woo.
And then the Best Amiibo of the Year went to Wedding Mario from Super Mario Odyssey. The most surprising game of the year went to Nier. The Best Fighting Game of the Year went to Tekken 7.
Yeah.
The Best Visuals of the Year went to Cuphead. And we went to break right before the Best Musical Score.
Because we segued this
Award.
That's
from a great
right, we
musical
segued
band
that.
to a great musical score.
That's right. So who wants
Beautiful
to read the
segue.
nominees for Best Musical Score of the Year?
I can read the nominees for Best Musical
You
Score.
got
Just
this.
freaking
All
do
right.
that.
Well, why did
Just
you
do
do
that.
it?
Just do that.
Hey, why did just do it?
Infinite
Do
Knife
it.
is joining the stream. Infinite Knife, you
Aw.
just missed the musical act. I'm
Ah!
sorry, you missed Doc McGraw and the Rubber Band. It was amazing.
They're
We blew our
leaving right
entire
now.
budget. for
Yeah.
those two.
I got them in their
Um,
pickup truck, and they're out of here.
We pushed
They're
them.
out of here. They have a show in
A barn. I think it's a shed.
somewhere in South Dakota.
It's a
Anyway,
shed out
okay.
back.
Yeah. All right. Best musical score. Justin, hit him.
Best musical score. The nominees are Nier Automata or Nier Automata, how the fuck you pronounce it. Persona 5,
So evil. It says that. Fuck.
Gravity Rush 2, Cosmic Star Heroine, Tekken 7, Cooked, Served and Delicious, Super Mario Odyssey, and Cuphead. Any guesses in the chat? Remember to go ahead and put your votes in the chat while we announce these. But the winner for Best Musical Score goes to whoever wants to take it.
Persona 5. Because, oh my god, you guys. The
It's
soundtrack is
so
phenomenal.
good. So many good soundtracks this year, but Persona 5 was just on a different level altogether.
And look, while Mario Odyssey could have the song of the year when it comes to Jump Up Superstar, Persona 5, top to bottom, the fact that not only are they great songs by themselves, but actually in-game context help to tell the story and just helps you get immersed in that world. Just Persona 5 hands down. And the Persona series for years has been some of the best soundtracks in gaming, and this just takes to a whole new level.
And there was a couple games that we could have nominated, like Legend of Zelda had some good music and for what it did. But, again, this is one that you'll be able to selflessly plug the YouTube video that's going to be posted after and see our debate. I had to myself go and listen to a little bit of this soundtrack after the debate because I had to concede on this one. But yes,
I did too.
Yeah, that's true. Super Mario Odyssey and Cuphead were great soundtracks, especially for Cuphead going back to the 1930s, 1920s and trying to get that inspired. But I will say that the Persona 5 soundtrack it's just awe-inspired. I mean, it's just a very well-done soundtrack. And if you haven't listened to it, you should because it's very well done.
Yeah.
All right, and I agree entirely. It's a fantastic soundtrack. It just kind of it's one of those soundtracks that it transcends the art of gaming into something more. So it's just a great soundtrack to sit down and listen to. Yeah, I just love it. Just love that smooth jazz style. It's totally not what you normally expect from a Japanese role-playing game.
There's a great mix of brass, great mix of guitar, of hard rocking guitar. There's some amazing vocals in that. So again, it just the wide spectrum of gaming, all right there in Persona, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to our next award. We're starting to get into the serious ones, gentlemen.
Yep.
This is the award for the best indie game of 2017.
Great year for indie games. So this is a very high honor because there were some outstanding indie titles this year.
So we've got Cuphead is one of the nominees, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, Cosmic Star Heroine, Fire Pro Wrestling World, Cooked, Served and Delicious, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and Tokyo 42. What a fantastic year for indie games. I love that the indie game market is so vibrant right now.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about this, I think during the debates, we were talking about this, how there was this worry back in the early 2000s about big publishers eating up all the middle publishers, and we were just going to have a future that was entirely going to be AAA games. And then you had stuff like Steam that emerged, and then Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network emerged. And this gave way to a wonderfully vibrant independent market that we can have games of this caliber come out. It's a blessing. It really is.
And regardless of who wins this category, everyone should check out every single one of these games.
Absolutely.
Please do.
You guys know what PUBG is, you know what Cuphead is, but everyone should check out, Cosmic Star and Cook Sir Delicious 2 and Hellblade, obviously, and Tokyo 42 and Fire Pro. I have a soft spot in my heart for Fire Pro, but regardless.
You can check out his streams of the Jefferoth Wrestling Federation on his Twitch channel, Jefferoth. Check out that Fire Pro. Cosmic Star Heroine is a great JRPG. Hellblade, we've got a review of that on NerdBacon. But anyway, let's get who was the winner for the best indie game of 2017.
Justin, go for it.
Winner goes to Cuphead.
Hey-o! Again, go ahead, Justin. Go ahead.
So this is why I said I wanted to wait and kind of save my my Cuphead boner for later, but it's slowly emerging because again.
Oh no, yeah. I'm feeling it.
It's slowly emerging. Anyway, so Cuphead, again, it's a phenomenal game. It's nominated for a few different awards, and while it may not win every single award on these nominations that's been listed for, just know that this game, again, 14 people created it. Looks like nothing you've ever seen. Sounds like nothing you've ever seen, like you've played, and it takes a lot from the past and really puts it in here. If you've really got into some old Contra games and even like Mega Man type games, these type of games are a lot of fun. It's a really good game to play, especially if you're not somebody that likes to play multiplayer games, or you need to branch away from that multiplayer and have something just to play by yourself. Even if you play on stream, like I tried to play this game on stream, and I struggled at times. And I said I did beat the game. I beat it pretty early on in the life cycle, but it's just a great game that it kept me coming back over and over again. And the game is well deserved. But like Dave and Jeff both said, check out all the games on this on this nominee list, because they're all worth your time. For every AAA game that we've played, try to play an indie game. Give some love out there, and make sure you give your money to the ones that do deserve it, the ones that you like.
Yep. Get Bubsy off my screen.
Excellent. Well, somebody said Bubsy got snubbed, and I just wanted to make sure that they felt the Bubsy love.
You know what? Bubsy just loves being Bubsy. He doesn't need an award.
Also, I'll give a shout out too, because I just started playing Cuphead yesterday. The song that plays when you meet King Dice, like when you get like in the that's one of my favorite songs of the year. That's
so far
good.
Are you that far now?
I got past World 1. I'm just now in World 2.
Oh, okay.
So no
and that's why it was nominated for the musical game, best musical score.
Sure.
That's why it's been nominated for other awards, because this game puts so many good, amazing indie elements into one $20 purchase that just it's worth every penny. Please play it. Give these guys your love.
Yep.
I hope they make another game. If it's on a Cuphead game, these guys deserve every
a new
award.
Cuphead episode makes sense.
Folks,
yeah, I do get that.
Best indie game is the turn in the corner towards the home stretch.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more awards to go.
This is it. Like I said, home stretch. Our next award is for the best Xbox One game of the year. Unfortunately, this was a kind of a tough one to find nominations. Poor Xbox One really hasn't had too many exclusives in 2017. But here we go. We've got the just released PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds nominated, Cuphead, Halo Wars 2, Forza Motorsport 7, and this was kind of a joke, but considering the lack of exclusive Xbox One titles, we had to go with it. So the next nominee is Xbox backwards compatibility.
Mainly Crimson Sky.
No, Doc Rock Super Lucky's Tale was not nominated. Get that shit.
All right. Jeff, who is the award winner for best Xbox One game of the year?
Oh, this seems like repeat, but the winner is Cuphead.
Whoa!
My boner has emerged.
There it is. There it is. Full boner eclipse.
Mainly because there was not a whole lot of Xbox exclusive things, but even then, like, Cuphead is still a fantastic game on its own.
Right. I think even in a year where we did have more Xbox One exclusives, Cuphead would still be in contention and probably would have won just for the unique nature of the game, the heart, soul, blood, sweat, and tears, every other bodily fluid that went into the production of Cuphead was just... It deserves to win as many awards as it's winning. So, Cuphead, congratulations. Xbox One Game of the Year. Justin, what do you want to add to that?
I mean, I'll just say this. I don't want to go into too much about Cuphead that I haven't already said, but I'll say this. As someone out of at least the three of us who would say that I'm probably more of the Xbox-centric guy.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who really leads his gaming library with the Xbox. And I've got the Project Scorpio sitting right in front of me. I've got everything.
Waiting for a game to play. Sorry.
I love my Xbox, don't get me wrong, but Dave was right. The library lacked. Now, with that said, each game on this list is a really good game and has a lot to it. But it is lacking, sure. But in a year where we did not have a mainline Halo, a mainline Gears of War, it was really kind of nice to step back and play a game like Cuphead.
Yeah.
So it's well deserving. But again, if you have an Xbox, play that backwards compatibility because Crimson Skies is so good.
Oh my God!
Star Wars
yes.
KOTOR, the first Star Wars KOTOR is on that list, and by God, play that game if you haven't yet.
Yeah. So my Cuphead boner is fully emerged.
Woo, doggy.
Put that shit away.
Eclipsing the rim.
Put that shit away. It's Switch time.
We're gonna switch to the Switch. These are the nominees.
Let me go get cleaned up real quick.
What's that?
Let me go get cleaned up real quick.
Okay, all right. Polish that Cuphead.
And now we're banned.
Yeah, now we're banned. These are the nominees. Nintendo just released a new system this
An amazing system, a breath of fresh air that Nintendo desperately needed in this system that has just changed the way Nintendo does business, and I am so happy for them.
It's what the world needed.
Yes.
But this is the award for the best Nintendo Switch game of 2017. It's a
And if there was an award, well, say there was an award for best console or best like hardware release, this would be it. I mean,
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
You know, again, like I said, I was the first person in North St. Louis to get my hands on one at the
Say
exact
that
launch.
5 more times, don't you?
Yeah, I was the
but
next to the last
that's
guy
how
at my
excited-
Walmart to get one.
That was how excited we were, though. I mean, think about that. That goes back to like the beginning of like us really doing a whole lot together this year. I mean, that was the launch or the kickoff of Jeff and I being able to be lucky enough and get to join the NerdBacon team, you know, and these games all again are phenomenal. So
Yeah.
And it
Play
also
that.
gave us the blessing that is Nipple Mario, which is on the screen now.
Great.
fuck yeah, dude.
All right.
Airless nipple Mario.
Let's talk about best Nintendo Switch game. The nominees are Super Mario Odyssey,
Super Mario Odyssey.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe,
Roar.
What was that, dinosaur?
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild,
Careful, Doug McGraw's back there.
he left.
Doc
he
McGraw
left.
might hear you.
He took his horses and his milk and cow and he left. Splatoon 2.
Splat.
Nothing, Justin?
Ink and splat.
Damn it.
Splat.
And finally, ARMS.
Twin Tower.
Twintel. Oh, yeah. Jeff. Oh, I'm going to do
Go
this
for
one.
it.
All right.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
boner
winner
again.
for the best Nintendo Switch game of 2017 is Super Mario Odyssey.
And look, this one was very hotly contested because Nintendo is basically
boy.
fighting itself for Game of the Year when it comes down to like the big, like the professional, like Mario Odyssey and Legend of Zelda are two games that just are masterpieces.
Right.
And I know Justin and I are the ones that fought hard for Mario because just from beginning to end, that game is just a pure, absolute joy. And reminds me of why I'm a gamer in the first place. And just takes me back to the 1980s. And, oh, yeah, this is why we love Mario. And why we love Nintendo. And it's just an absolute love letter. And I just...
It really came down to Zelda versus Mario for best Nintendo Switch game. And yeah, both games play with the conventions of their respective series a little bit, but still do a good job of honoring what came before. But the things that they do play with make both of those games feel fresh. But Mario Odyssey is such a well put together game. It's so nice to be able to play in bite-sized little chunks, and there's just so much... such a great love letter to the fans in Mario Odyssey. It's just an all-around excellent game and an excellent reason to own the Nintendo Switch. So Mario Odyssey, you are the best Nintendo Switch game of 2017.
But again, all of those games should be in your Switch library because those are fantastic games for a fantastic console. And we're not even factoring in like Fire Emblem and other games that kind of snuck out there as well.
Right.
And then we get into next year, and boy, Metroid Prime 4 is happening next year as well. So
Next year
there's-
is going to be crazy.
Ooh, and then you put in Skyrim on that because having that on the go with you, and then Doom on the Switch, like
Both
what a great console!
Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming out on the Switch next year. If you missed it on Wii U, now you can pick it up on the Switch.
Golf
Plus,
Story.
Bayonetta 3,
Plus.
Golf Story's great. You've got Rocket League that just hit Nintendo Switch.
Yes,
What a great console. But
it's a great console.
Plus, they're bringing Mega Man over to it, like all of the Mega Man.
Friggin' Man.
Hopefully,
yes.
Mega
hopefully
Man,
Kirby
Mega Man
Doom next
X.
year. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I can't say anything more that these guys haven't already said. So all I'll say is this: the Nintendo Switch, if you don't have one, it is worth every penny. it goes almost everywhere I go. It seems like anymore. But this game or this console is absolutely phenomenal. And you could have picked almost any. Now I'm not saying that we didn't argue over just 2 specific games for this category, but you could have picked any of these games because they're so lovable.
For sure.
And what a year to be alive! 2017, having the revival of Zelda and Mario. It's just
and Bubsy.
And Bubsy. Don't
Zelda.
say his name too much. You might bring him back on screen
It's
again.
like Beetlejuice.
Guys, we are almost
Luigi
there.
has a
We are
question.
about to climax on this
2 more.
award show.
Yes, Justin, go ahead.
Luigi wants to know: can you put the Switch in your pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels good down there.
Yep. 2 more awards to go, fellers. We get to best PlayStation 4 game.
This is where I ran out of actual
We're-
thank you
no
cards.
more thank you cards. It's just empty envelopes now.
Well,
The winners are on the flap.
Oh, good. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, best
Oh,
PS4 game of 2017. Despite PSX being a real snooze fest, PS4 had a pretty strong year, all things considered. Here are your nominees
Yeah.
for best PlayStation 4 game of 2017: Horizon Zero Dawn, Tekken 7,
The king of Iron Fist tournament.
Persona 5,
Jazzy music.
Nier Automata, or however you fucking pronounce that, Gravity Rush 2,
Bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-bum,
slash long, Neo. Not the singer, but the game. NIOH. What is Wind?
That's it.
And Everybody's Golf.
everybody's golf.
I just streamed that today. And the winner.
How'd you like it?
I love that game.
Everybody's golf's fantastic. We talked about this. We need to do an everybody's golf.
Let's
Nerd
see.
Bacon.
Justin and I win in day 1. All right. Best PlayStation 4 game of 2017 is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yay!
This is a game that has been on our radar collectively since it was first revealed at the E3 of Dreams in 2015.
Yeah.
This is a game that just looked better and better and better as development went along. And it was something that we really felt when we look back at the lifespan of the PlayStation 4, this is going to be like one of the definitive titles, if not the definitive title that we remember about the PlayStation 4. The library of great games that it has, but we're going to remember Horizon Zero Dawn for what it brought to the table. It didn't bring a whole lot of new gameplay elements to the table, but it was a perfect amalgamation of the trends in gaming that we've seen over the past 5 to 10 years, kind of brought into a nice single package. And then it introduced a spectacular new world, a great new character in Aloy. And it's just a fantastic game, and they've got the new DLC out this past month. So, Horizon Zero Dawn, hands down, the PlayStation 4 game of the year.
And by God, that graphics engine, like Guerrilla has made its name on I mean, the Killzone series has been looking fantastic for years, and now they apply that to I don't want to call it a Far Cry style game, but you know what I'm getting at here, kind of like a kind of a loot-based hunting, like in this type of game, and it works spectacularly. And these are relatable, lovable characters, and everything just fit together to make this the best PS4 game of the year.
Yeah, and I put it on my Christmas list. It is a game that I haven't gotten to really sit down and play, but the little bit I got to try out at like a Best Buy or at a GameStop, it was a lot of fun. I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn, just getting to see people's photo mode and the pictures they would take would just look so cool.
That was one
That's
of the
what-
best things about it, was that photo mode.
Right.
I'm such a
that's why
sucker
it's
for
not-
photo modes in games now.
And it's happening in
Yeah.
more and more games. And this was
Even Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a thing where I was kind of fighting for another game on this list that personally I liked a little bit better.
No!
But, you know, I can
Everybody's
totally but the game I'm thinking of was the one that only I have played. So I think you may have played a bit of it, but
Everybody's golf was good though.
I love Everybody's Golf. It's a great game.
Yeah.
No, but yeah.
No, you were thinking of Persona
I was thinking
5.
Persona
right?
5. I was going to Persona 5.
See,
Right.
I don't know. I just could not get into it. I don't know. I don't know why.
But think about this. Like, I mean, look at the difference between this category and the Xbox category. Just the amount
Now
of
what's happening in chat? Things are going on.
Doc
Well, we're
Rock's
talking
like,
about
order
the
more thank you
future.
cards for next year.
Yeah, Eric, we need more thank you cards.
we're talking about these being called something different going forward. We're in the awards and sending them to the actual publishers. And
Yeah, so yeah. We should tweet out on the Twitter. Just make sure we nominate. We say, hey, congratulations to Guerrilla Games for Horizon Zero Dawn, the winner of the Nerd Bacon Awards, and they'll go, what the shit is this? And then,
Yeah.
They're gonna be called
So we'll get
the
whiskey from
Crispies.
Conqueso, and we'll get thank you cards from Doc Rock.
There we go.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Gentlemen.
So-
Oh, yes. Go ahead, Justin.
I was just going to say two things. One, that's why Gorilla. That's why what's his damn name? That's why Death Stranding is using Guerrilla Games engine. There's a
Yes.
reason that
Oh my
Kojima
God.
has that.
Looks
There's a reason that Kojima is using that
Yeah.
and just expanding on that. That's the first thing. And two, we are having some really good talk in the chat and thought about next year's Game Awards and going further. We're going to be talking more about that. So please, whether you're just in here or you're going forward, we're talking about the Crispies. We're talking about sort of certified crisp, certified limp. So please continue that conversation.
Don't worry, chat. Next year, we are going to go all the way.
We're going to actually know what we're doing.
Oh, my goodness.
We know exactly what we're doing, damn it.
We do hope you're having a good time. And again, looking back on 2017, what a fantastic year of gaming. And before we get to the final category of the evening, the highest honor, I mean, let's look back at what an amazing year this was, guys. Like, not only do we get Nintendo's best console since, the SNES? Let's be real here.
SNES, damn it.
It's the
You
SNES.
heathen.
I call it the SNES. And we get a
heathen.
SNES this year. We got the SNES Classic this year.
That's right.
did.
That's right.
So nice.
By the way,
So
Luke,
nice.
thank you so much for the follow. I don't know why Streamlabs didn't go off. Normally, it should go off with a
A Matt Hardy
follow.
thing?
Yeah.
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow.
I'll just
Much
do a
appreciated.
test follow real quick, just in your honor. It's gonna go.
Of course
No,
not.
it's not
No.
gonna go. Son of
That's
a-
all right. We know we
I got
follow.
it. Delete!
Delete.
I'll be dog.
Okay.
Huh. Wonder why.
Yeah,
that's not working.
2017, we got to form the trio that is the Level Up Lariat podcast here, officially on Nerd Bacon. So, again, big stuff for us here on the site. And, of course, going forward, Justin and I will be in the sites, contributing with our various written articles, reviews, and also we have our personal top 10s we want to get to as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, I'll pump this as well over on the on the personal Twitch page. I'm going to be doing my top 10. Do a stream of my top 10 games 2017, starting tomorrow with my number 10 game. I'm not going to tell you what it is,
What?
but we're going to get there.
All right. All right. Well, folks, Justin, while just 1 second, do you want to go ahead and recap all of the winners
Yes.
here?
Do that.
Sure. All right. So since I have been deemed the brunette chick from the Game Awards, let
Yep.
me go ahead and recap this.
Hey, you're-
So-
Here is game.
So hopefully I'm not as annoying as she is. but-
I didn't think she was annoying.
Robo Lady.
Well, and yeah, more robotic. Let me rephrase that. Good looking and robotic.
I'm reading off a script.
I'll take the good looking part, but I don't want to be
sure.
as robotic.
Yeah.
Anyway, first of all, thank you all for tuning in. No matter how many of you are out there, we appreciate every single one of you. We appreciate the new follows. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Do also take a look at the personal channels as well. We'll all plug those at the end. But starting at the very beginning, we had the best multiplayer game going to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The next award was the How Did This Happen award for the game or announcement that makes us gamers say, how did this happen? That went to the return of Bubsy. I don't see Dave freaking out, so we're going to continue. Okay.
Dave's working.
So
There
the
you go.
Living in the Future award for the most anticipated game of 2018. We have a Lauren sighting.
One very important question.
What?
Did Horizon Zero Dawn win PlayStation 4 Game of the Year?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I've determined you're not crazy. You may
Thank
continue.
you. Thank you.
As she's
Okay.
playing it right now.
We appreciate that. The Living in the Future award for the most anticipated game of 2018. We have Red Dead Redemption 2. The Why Did I Buy This Game award for the game that we were most hyped to buy but wound up not playing much of, went to Nintendo Switch's ARMS. The biggest disappointment of the year went to Mass Effect Andromeda. I'll say it right that
Way to
time.
go, BioWare. Anthem better be good, or else your studio will collapse.
Hashtag Anthem is gonna rise.
Hey, keep going. I'm gonna do something real quick.
Sure. The
Okay,
best
bye.
waifu of the year went to 2B from Nier Automata. The best husbando of the year award went to the chagrin. I mean, obviously, of course, it was hopeful that Jeff was going to win this category, but it went to Nipple Mario.
Oh, damn it, I lost. Damn it.
That hairless bastard.
Bummer.
The best amiibo of the year went to Wedding Mario, as I'm showing here on my screen right now.
It is me.
Justin's going through the.
Lauren's here.
The most surprising game of the year
Chair back there.
went to Nier Automata or Automata. The best fighting game of the year went to Tekken 7.
Sure did.
The best visuals of the year went to Cuphead.
Sure did.
The best musical score went to Persona 5.
Yeah, it did.
The best indie game went to Cuphead. The best Xbox One game went to Cuphead. The Nintendo Switch game of the year went to Super Mario Odyssey. The best PlayStation 4 game went to Horizon Zero Dawn,
For sure. And
as
that-
Lauren has said.
and
There we
that
go.
Brings us to this final envelope.
All right. Since there was a call for the lovely Lauren in chat,
Yep.
we are gonna let Lauren read off who the best video game of the year is for 2017.
Oh
Right.
my gosh, I feel so honored to have this honor, and I am honored for all the honors.
All right. First off, we're going to read the nominees. So the nominees for Best Game of the Year for 2017 are Super Mario Odyssey, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Cuphead, Persona 5, and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds.
So basically, what the Game Awards has, plus we added Cuphead in there.
That's right.
Really.
So there we have it, folks. Those are the nominees for the best game of the best year of gaming, which was 2017. Lauren, do you want to do the honors and read off who? Just lift this flap
Yeah,
up. I
and-
ran out of thank you cards.
And in chat, put your thoughts in there as well in chat. I mean, we'll be chatting for a little bit longer here about
That's right.
what
This
your
is
game of
it.
the year was.
This is it. Who's the best game of the year 2017?
I feel like I should have much fancier hair for this occasion.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
feeling,
You're
ready
fine.
To go on this.
Perfect. You're good.
And the winner of the NerdBacon Best Game of the Year goes to Super Mario Odyssey.
It's a Mario! I wish I had a firework effect right now.
I know.
Oh, jump up
That's
in
the award that we should have had a
air,
freaking
jump
video
up,
for.
don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will go away. Because if you find you're short on joy, don't that I don't know the words, 'cause I'll be your one-up boy.
Yes!
Oh my God, this
Ladies
game.
and gentlemen, yes, this game is so good. In a year of exceptional quality, this game stood out. This was kind of a
Yeah.
battle, though, and you'll see that when I do upload
yeah.
the debates, but this was kind of a battle, but it's hard to deny the quality that is Super Mario Odyssey. Gentlemen,
God,
go ahead.
I just when it's one of those things where credits rolled on the main campaign before you do the after.
Yes, you're
Spoiler,
done.
Chris.
You can go.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yay.
Thank you, Lauren. You were lovely.
Goodbye, everybody.
I mean, look, again, I'll say it again. From beginning to end, the game was pure joy. Reminded me of why I love Nintendo. Reminded me of why I love Mario. When the credits roll on the main story before you do the after stuff, I just sat there and went, wow, what an experience this game was.
Reminds us of why we love video games, really.
Absolutely, on a
Exactly.
system that reminded us why we love Nintendo. This is the game that we all needed, the game we like, and it's just, Super Mario Galaxy was one notch up there, but Odyssey just blows it out of the water. God damn it! First of all, the sounds were all fantastic. It looked great. It played as a Mario game should play. the fact that you're acting like Kirby and possessing other things, taking their powers, like that's a really cool thing to add all new gameplay mechanics. It rewards you every 5 seconds. You get a new moon, and it's just like I want to keep going with this because I keep getting rewarded. I keep enjoying what I'm doing here, and that's the thing. It never felt like work. You were still
Right.
no matter what, even if you kept
Yes.
dying on the same puzzle. It felt like okay, I'm still enjoying what I'm doing, and it just it blew my mind.
I think the consensus that we've had is that it is the embodiment, the epitome of the word joy, and that's really why we still play video games. I mean, we do view them at a higher level as something that is an artistic endeavor, but when it comes down to it, playing video games is about having fun, and Mario Odyssey is just the embodiment of having fun, and it's a reminder of why we do spend our money and spend our time and our heartache agonizing and critiquing and loving video games as much as we do. So Mario Odyssey, an absolute deserved game of the year for 2017, a champion amongst champions, because all of these games are so
Oh my God.
bloody good. It's just hard to believe that we had all of these games released in the same year.
I mean, look at the amount of hours that these games alone would take you to beat. I mean, it's just there's so many good games here, and you know, yeah, we had some really good nominations in there, and a couple that, you know, some people, you know, may not have had on their list, but again, we try to just look at the overall picture here. I mean, and it really came down to Nintendo versus themselves,
Right.
and there was no denying that. There was no way that we were going to argue that, but the argument still was like which Nintendo product again was going to be number one. So we just wanted to make Reggie proud. We had a really good, really good debate, and you know, I love Nintendo from the bottom of my heart. Nintendo made Dave cry a couple times this year, and you know, Nintendo just did
Dave will
really
do that.
when they put out two superb products, starting with The Legend of Zelda, and this year in October, putting out Super Mario Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Odyssey, like Jeff said, I just echoed it. I mean, Jeff played it a little differently than even I played it, and then I played it differently than how Dave played it.
Did you
And
play it
we
upside down?
Yes.
Yeah, I played it like
Weird.
I played it
The
like-
Switch was this
It's
way. So I
weird.
was just doing like this.
I mean, we were able to play
Hashtag
this
Bubsy snuffed.
damn it. And we were just really wanting to when we really went through this, it was just the game that we kept going back to that said, you know, it's the most accessible game. I mean, anybody can play it. My wife was into it. I mean, other people just kept talking about how easily it was played. So just a perfect game.
I never wanted to stop playing Mario. Whenever I
No.
play other games, like I feel like I'm compelled to like I have to take a break and play something else. But Mario, I feel like I wanted to get through Mario because of just how
Exactly.
much it just grabbed me immediately.
I mean, it was probably one of the few games that I think we all three kind of checked in with each other and we're kind of like, okay, we knew Dave was kind of a little bit behind. I was like, Jeff, did you beat it yet? You're like, yeah. I said, am I working on it? And then the other night after we did the stream, I said, hey, I don't have any moons left to go to one more world or whatever, but you know, one more area that I can unlock. And, and I'm still just, I'll pick it up and play it for 10 minutes. It's not a game that I have to, you know, I don't feel like it's a chore. Like Jeff said, it's an absolute joy to play, and it lets me know that Nintendo is alive and well, and they're just doing the right things.
And I would love for when you finally beat the story to check back in and let us know
Yes.
what you thought of it.
Oh, I'll blabber about
Because
it.
that ending is just it pulls at my heartstrings, and it just
Aw.
it in the good way, like not in the like everyone dies way, but like it pulls at my strings. Like okay, this is why I've chosen the life that I've chosen, and this reminds me of why I chose to be a game in the first place.
Unlike Star Wars Episode 8.
Jeez, want to bring us all down? Thanks.
Oh, that was depressing to say right there. And no, I mean, and think about what Dave said the other night when we were talking about it. He's like, oh, I got to this one part. You know, and you looked giddy just talking about that battle.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, yeah,
I mean, it's just-
that first Bowser battle. It was so good.
And it's so much fun. Yeah, it's so good. It's creative. Now, is it setting the world on fire in the way that, like, you know, something that's coming out and redefining a completely new genre? No, maybe not. But it's doing things that we have loved and wanted since all the way back to like Super Mario 64, going from the 3D to the 2D, and it's just seamless. You know, the different types of gameplay there, and it involves a lot of different things.
Yep.
Gentlemen, we've covered a lot of ground with our first ever Nerd Bacon 2017 Video Game of the Year Award Spectacular. So many great games honored. It was a fun evening. Thanks everybody in the chat for joining in. Those of you who are new to the Nerd Bacon family, thanks for hanging out with us, and we really appreciate it. We're quirky, we're fun, we're just a bunch of people who really freaking like video games.
And we're just starting too.
A little too much.
This trio joined up this year.
Right.
So hopefully we can do more with the three of us, and of course with the ever growing Nerd Bacon community. We appreciate accepting Justin and myself as part of the Baconeers, and we promise to deliver more content in the future. And of course now you can find us primarily on Twitch here on this Twitch channel. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Jepheroth, Jepheroth. Just hit over 300 followers. So
wow,
rising up the charts. And Justin, go ahead.
Same thing. I just want to express my sincerest gratitude. I appreciate each and one of you from Nerd Bacon accepting us into your family. I mean, I might not have the, I kind of more specialize in some of the video stuff and like the fun and the personality part of it. And I'm still really new at this whole streaming thing. It's the first year I've ever gotten to do it. So I just am so excited to continue to bring awesome content here at Nerd Bacon, whether it be video or whether it be written. I'm going to try to dabble at a few different things and just really, again, follow each one of us. Jeff already said where he was at. I'm at Level Up Justin. I am so new. I've got like, I don't even know, 30 some followers tops. I mean, I think I'm in the 20s even, but I don't know, somewhere in the 20 or 30 range. But just continue to give us the love and support. We don't ask for a whole lot. We just know that we want to.
For a lot.
Dave is pretty cool. Jeff is a very needy bitch. So
I'm an absolute dick.
Yeah. So
it's terrible.
Just, continue to give us your love and support. Every Tuesday we try to go about 6:30 Central Time. Sometimes
depending on what fucking MediaCom is doing.
Oh, and then this Tuesday we'll not only will we kind of recap all this, but we'll also cover Clash of Champions because that's happening right now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, no spoilers. I'm gonna watch it later, but we'll cover some wrestling.
That's
as well.
right. Yeah. So every Tuesday about 6:30 Central Time, we do our mix at Nerd Bacon of the fine art of wrestling and video games, and what we like to call the Level Up Lariat podcast. So be sure to tune in for that. We'll do it live, or you can find us over on YouTube at our channel. Just search for Nerd Bacon. Yeah. What else do we have going? I want to thank Nerdberry out there for promoting the show, pouring a little bit of money in for advertisement and everything. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. I also want to thank Variend for creating some graphics for the show, the lovely Nerd Bacon logo that we have here, the Game of the Year Award logo. That's all him. He took a lot of time and a lot of effort into creating those graphics. So thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to Doc McGraw and the other members of the Rubber Band Band for coming out and providing us with a little musical interlude during the show.
That Clink guy's a hottie.
Oh, yeah.
He's Bondo.
What are you?
Anybody I'm forgetting to thank?
Let's thank Lauren for coming in and being technically our second musical guest of the evening.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Lauren, for doing the honors of. We needed some sex appeal for this, and this beard can only do so much.
And also, I think I spoke to Dave before we did the show. We're gonna try to do a end of year spectacular. Kind of as we get closer to January 1st, we're gonna try to do a thing.
We've only got 2 weeks till that.
I know. We're gonna try and set up a time where we all kind of sit on the couch and just kind of play old games like PS1, N64, NES, SNES games, and just hang around for about 6-7 hours on Twitch and just kind of chat with y'all about how the year panned out. So we're talking. We'll see how that pans out.
And of course, thank you to everybody who is a member of the Nerd Bacon community. We do this. I mean, thanks for supporting us, and we're so happy to support you. And I love this community so much. It's not just video games, but I love Nerd Bacon so much, and you guys have had such a huge impact on my life over the 4 years now that I've been part of Nerd Bacon. It's something that has refreshed me and redefined me. So thank you so much for everybody for putting up with this show. It was silly, but hey, why not be a little bit silly? We had a very formal award show with Jeff Keighley. Let him do that. We want to do silly. So,
Exactly.
Gentlemen, any last words before we head out for the evening?
Just more thank yous for everybody, and also I'm just very happy to still be a gamer in my 30s and experience just like the best year that in gaming that we've ever seen. And it's going to start again. Like, there is no break. January kicks off, and we see 2 games right away with Monster Hunter and Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Holy crap.
And
Don't forget Street Fighter V Arcade Edition.
There's so much to look forward to in 2018. And I know the 3 of us for sure, and as well as the rest of the Nerd Bacon, the people who contribute to Nerd Bacon, will be giving you the best content we possibly can. And Dave and I will see you again in Las Vegas next summer.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun this year for Nerd Bacon. I don't know. I'm starting to think of the Nerd Bacon 2018 swimsuit spectacular. I think we should put that on for summer.
I think we just had it with. Never mind.
Anyway.
And you know, I again echoing Jeff. Just thank you again, support for the love. You know, whether you're someone who's been doing this for 4 years, or you're just getting into doing this because your love of video games is what it is, or you're Jeff and you've got 300 followers and climbing up the charts, just know that each one of us,
you really 1%er bitch.
Just saying.
Yeah, each one of us from the bottom of our heart really
is real.
In all seriousness, each one of us do appreciate you and appreciate each one of you, whether you're just coming by to stop and say hi, whether you're promoting things. Just know that we do appreciate your love and support, and I'm really excited for the future. Whether not just my personal channel, but the Nerd Bacon stuff, just with my new setup and the things that the people have gotten to meet through this so far, whether it's through chat or you guys in person, like, it's been such a great year. I mean, this is the first time I got to meet Dave in person this year, so.
And they're still friends for some reason.
Mm-hmm. It's because I gave good hugs.
Yep.
2018, the year of the Nerd Bacon.
You know it.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, that wraps it up. We've done it. Best game of the year declared. 2017, it's Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Stay tuned to YouTube to figure out how we got here.
That's right. Yeah. That'll be uploaded. But thanks, everybody, for joining us for our inaugural Game of the Year Award Spectacular. This is something I've been wanting to do for a few years now. And when I had the meeting with Jeff to join Nerd Bacon, I was like, what do you want to bring to the table? He's like, we should do a Game of the Year award show. It's like, yes, yes. No. So that was how that came about. But anyway, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. I'm going to run the intro one more time as we head out. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll see you later. We'll see you Tuesday night for the Level Up Lariat Podcast. Good night, everybody. Woo!